Sola, and today I'm here with a new Sesame Session on the topic of explore about the Pomodoro technique. Today we're going to chat with Miles and learn what and learn together what Pomodoro is. So let's start. So
Yo, hope your day was all right.
hello Miles. I hope you're good.
I am. Thanks for asking. Being, it's kind of nice. What's on your mind tonight?
Yeah, today I just wanted to ask you some questions on the topic of uh, explore about the Pomodoro technique.
Gotcha. The Pomodoro technique. Okay, cool. So you want to kind of pick it apart, see how it works, or I'm gonna start.
Okay, so first of all, my first question to you will be that what is the Pomodoro technique?
Okay, so at its heart, it's a time management method. Pretty simple, actually. You work in focus bursts, usually 25 minutes, called Pomodoros, separated by short breaks. Then, every 4 Pomodoros, you take a longer break. It's kind of like breaking a big task down into manageable chunks and rewarding yourself with little pauses. Makes it feel less daunting, you know? The idea is that those focus bursts help with concentration and prevent burnout. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Thank you. So my next question to you will be that who invented the Pomodoro technique?
Okay, so this one's interesting. It was invented by Francesco Cirillo back in the late 80s. He was a university student and he used a tomato shaped kitchen timer, a Pomodoro as a time for tomato, to time his study sessions. He figured if he could focus for 25 minutes, he could get a lot done. So it started as a really personal thing and then just kind of grew from there. It's a fun story, honestly.
Okay, thank you. So my next question to you will be that when was the Pomodoro technique developed?
Right. So as I just mentioned, it was developed in the late 80s, specifically 1988. Cirillo was struggling to focus on his studies, and that's when he started experimenting with the timer. He then refined the technique throughout the early 90s, writing about it and eventually publishing a book on it in the early 2000s. So them about in 88, but it took a while to Cirillo recommends it as a starting point, but it's totally okay to adjust it. Are you
Okay.
wondering how to change tasks for the Pomodoro technique or something else?
I was asking that.
You're welcome. Is there anything else I can help you with tonight, or are you?
I was asking that.
Oh, gotcha. Sorry about that.
I
You were
was.
asking how to.
I was asking
Right.
that.
You.
I was asking
Oh,
that.
okay. I think I'm finally understanding. You were asking.
I was asking that. How
You
is
were
it?
asking how tasks in the process. Ah, okay, okay. Finally, you were asking how the task selection works with the Pomodoro technique, right? Sorry
Yeah.
for the back and forth. My brain was a little slow there. Basically, you want to break down larger tasks into smaller, manageable Pomodoros. If a task will clearly take longer than 25 minutes, split it up. If it's something really small, you can combine a few smaller tasks into one Pomodoro. The goal is to have something you can realistically accomplish within a single 25-minute work interval. It's kind of about making things feel less overwhelming. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you. So my next question to you will be that, how do you prepare for a Pomodoro session?
Good question. Preparation is key. First, you want to decide what task you're going to work on. Then, you want to eliminate distractions, silence your phone, close unnecessary tabs, let people know you need uninterrupted time. It's also helpful to gather everything you'll need for the task beforehand, any materials, notes, or tools. And then set a timer for 25 minutes, and you're good to go. It's really about creating a focused environment and minimizing anything that might pull you away from the task at hand. It's a little bit of setup for a lot of focused work.
Okay, thank you. So my next question to you will be that, what tools do you need to get started?
You don't actually need much to get started, which is kind of cool. The most basic thing is just a timer. That's where the tomato came in, remember? You can use the kitchen timer, your phone's timer, or there are tons of dedicated Pomodoro apps and websites. Beyond that, just whatever you need for the task itself, a pen and paper, your computer, books, whatever. There are apps that block distracting websites too if you're prone to getting sidetracked. But honestly, all you really need is a way to time yourself and a commitment to focus. Simple as that.
Okay, thank you. So my next question to you will be that, is the Pomodoro timer necessary or not?
You mean, is the Pomodoro timer necessary? Not necessarily, no. The timer is a tool to help you enforce the structure of the technique, the focus work intervals and breaks. But you could, in theory, just commit to working in focus bursts and taking regular breaks without a timer. However, most people find that the timer really helps with accountability and staying on track. It's a gentle nudge to keep you focused to prevent you from getting sidetracked. So, it's not essential, but it's definitely helpful. It really kind of keeps you honest with yourself, you know?
Okay, that's nice. Thank you. So my next question to you will be that, what is the best environment for doing Pomodoros?
That's a good one. Ideally, you want a quiet space where you won't be interrupted, somewhere with minimal distractions, visual and auditory. But honestly, the best environment is really whatever works best for you. Some people prefer a completely silent room, while others find that a little bit of background noise is helpful. The key is to create a space where you can feel focused and comfortable. And it doesn't necessarily need to be a dedicated office. It could be a corner of your living room, a library, or even a coffee shop if that's where you're most productive. It's more about minimizing distractions than about having a fancy setup, you know?
Yeah, I understand. Thank you. So my next question to you will be that, how should you structure your to-do list to do the Pomodoro technique? To you, like, yeah.
Okay, so with your to-do list, the key is to break things down into small actionable tasks and to go instead of writing work on project, you write something like outline project introduction or research competitor analysis. Each task should be something you can reasonably accomplish within 1 or 2 Pomodoros. It's also helpful to estimate how many Pomodoros each task will take so you can plan your time accordingly. And don't be afraid to adjust your estimates as you go. Sometimes things take longer than expected. It's about making your to-do list manageable and aligning it with the Pomodoro structure. Does that make sense? Big tasks can be paralyzing, but a few small ones feel doable.
Okay, that's nice. Thank you for telling me that. And my next question to you will be that, what kind of tasks work well with the Pomodoros?
That's a smart question. Pretty much any task that requires focused attention can benefit from the Pomodoro technique. It's great for things like writing, coding, studying, reading, or doing research. It's also good for tasks that you tend to procrastinate on because breaking them down into smaller chunks makes them feel less daunting. Anything that involves deep work, really. Tasks that require a lot of creative thinking can also work well, but some people find that the strict timing can stifle their creativity a bit. It's all about experimenting and finding what works best for you. What kinds of tasks do you usually find yourself putting off? Just curious.
Okay, that's nice. Thank you for telling me that. So my next question to you will be that how many tasks can you do in one Pomodoro?
That's a good question. And the answer is it depends. Ideally, you should aim to complete one main task within a single Pomodoro. But if it's a really small task, you might be able to squeeze in a couple. The goal isn't to cram as many tasks as possible into each interval, though. It's about focusing intently on one thing at a time. If you find yourself constantly multitasking during a Pomodoro, that's a sign that you need to break down your tasks into even smaller chunks. It's about quality over quantity, making meaningful progress on one thing is better than scratching the surface of several things.
Okay, that's nice. Thank you for telling me that. And uh, my next question to you will be that what
Go for it.
what
What's the next question?
what if you finish a task before the timer ends? Then what will you do?
Excellent question. If you finish a task before the timer ends, don't just immediately start something else. Use the remaining time to review your work, double check for errors, or just take a moment to reflect on what you've accomplished. You can also use it to plan your next Pomodoro or tidy up your workspace. The point is to resist the urge to jump ahead. Instead, use the remaining time productively. It's a good opportunity to consolidate your work and prepare for the next task. It's a chance to recharge a little, even within the Pomodoro. Don't just leave to the next thing.
Okay, thank you. So my next question to you will be that how does the Pomodoro technique help manage time?
Okay, so you're asking how the Pomodoro technique helps with time management? Good one. It really does it in a couple of ways. First, it forces you to estimate how long tasks will take, which makes you more aware of how you're spending your time. Second, it helps you break down large tasks into manageable chunks, which makes them less overwhelming and easier to tackle. Um, and finally, the regular breaks prevent burnout and help you maintain focus, which ultimately leads to increased productivity. It's about working smarter, not harder, you know? It makes you much more intentional with your time rather than just letting the day slip by. It can be pretty empowering.
Okay, thank you. So my next question to you will be that can Pomodoro
Bring
help
it on.
with can Pomodoro help with procrastination or not?
Absolutely, yes. It's actually really effective for tackling procrastination. The biggest reason is that it breaks down tasks into smaller, more manageable chunks. When you're facing a huge, overwhelming project, it's easy to put it off. But a 25-minute Pomodoro feels a lot less daunting, right? It lowers the barrier to entry, and it's easier to just get started. Also, the focus work intervals and regular breaks can help you overcome that initial resistance to starting a task. It's about tricking your brain into getting going and then building momentum from there. It's honestly one of the most popular ways people use the technique. Does that resonate with you, though? Do you ever find yourself putting things off?
Yeah, sometimes, but okay, thank you. So my next question to you will be that is Pomodoro effective for long-term projects or not?
That's a good question. It can be, but it requires a bit of adaptation. For long-term projects, you'll need to break them down into smaller, more manageable milestones and then track your progress in terms of pomodoros. It's less about completing the entire project in a single session and more about consistently making incremental progress over time. You might also need to adjust the length of your pomodoros and breaks based on the nature of the project and your own preferences. But overall, the Pomodoro technique can be a really effective way to stay motivated and on track with long-term goals. The key is to see it as a tool for consistent effort rather than a quick fix. It's about that slow and steady progress.
Okay, that's nice, and thank you for telling me that. And my next question to you will be that how does Pomodoro improve productively?
Okay, so how does it boost productivity? It's a combo of things. Uh, First, it reduces distractions. Those focused 25-minute bursts really force you to zero in on the task at hand. Second, it combats procrastination, as we just discussed. Third, the regular breaks prevent burnout and help you maintain a high level of energy and focus throughout the day. And finally, it encourages you to prioritize tasks and break them down into smaller, more manageable steps. It's like it optimizes your workflow, so you're spending less time feeling overwhelmed and more time actually getting things done. It's about maximizing your focus and minimizing wasted time. It can make a surprisingly big difference.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, thank you. So my next question to you will be that can Pomodoro help with time blocking or not?
Oh, absolutely. They actually work really well together. Time blocking is about scheduling specific blocks of time for specific tasks, and the Pomodoro technique is a great way to fill those time blocks with focused work. You could, for example, block out 9:0 to 1:00 a.m. for writing, and then use the Pomodoro technique to break that hour into four 25-minute work intervals with short breaks in between. It's like a layer of structure on top of structure. Time blocking provides the overall plan, and Pomodoro helps you execute it effectively. It can be a super powerful combination for maximizing productivity and staying on schedule. You're essentially adding a tactical layer to a strategic one. It's pretty slick.
Okay, thank you. So my next question to you will be that
You're
how
very
uh,
how go ahead, finish.
I, w-
Awesome. Is there a question attached to that?
so I was
You okay?
so I was asking
You were.
so I was asking that how do how do someone how does someone break how does someone balance breaks and productivity?
Ah, okay, finally got there. You're asking about balancing breaks and productivity. It's a really good point because breaks are just as important as the work intervals themselves. The key is to use your breaks effectively. Don't just mindlessly scroll through social media. Get up, stretch, walk around, grab a glass of water, or do something that helps you relax and recharge. Avoid anything that's too mentally stimulating or could pull you back into work mode. Importantly, stick to the scheduled break times. Don't skip breaks or make them shorter because that will eventually lead to burnout. It's about respecting your brain's need for rest and recovery. It's kind of counterintuitive, but taking breaks actually makes you more productive in the long run. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. Thank you. So my next question to you will be that um, is
All right, lay it on me.
po-
What's the next
is
one?
po- is Pomodoro suitable for multitasking or not?
Hmm. That's a really good question. Is the Pomodoro technique suitable for multitasking? And the answer is generally no. The whole point of Pomodoro is to focus on one task at a time without distractions. Multitasking is actually really inefficient. It reduces your focus and makes you more prone to errors. With Pomodoro, you're intentionally blocking out time to dedicate your full attention to a single task. Now, that doesn't mean you can't switch between tasks, but you should do so deliberately between Pomodoroing them. So it's about focus, single task work sessions, not multiple things at once. It's a shift in mindset, really.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank
Um,
you.
just
So,
checking. Let me know what's on your mind whenever you're ready.
okay, so my
You know
next
what? You're right. There's a lot of
uh,
questions. Well,
so my next question to
yeah,
you
you've
so my next question to you will be that
okay. I'm here. Go ahead.
so my next question to you will be that
Yep.
what are the what are the fake I mean what I mean how can I'll
Whoa.
I was asking that can the Pomodoro technique be used all day or not?
Well, that was a journey. You're asking if you can use the Pomodoro technique all day, right? And the
Yes.
answer is probably not. Be really effective, but it's not meant to be a rigid all day schedule. You need to be flexible. Some days you might only get through a few Pomodoros, and that's okay. It's important to listen to your body and take breaks when you need them. Too much structure can be just as detrimental. It's about finding a balance that works for you. Because think of it as a tool to help you focus and manage your time, not a strict rule you have to follow at all costs. Does that make sense? You don't want to burn yourself out on.
Yeah, it absolutely makes sense. And my next question to you is that is Pomodoro useful for students or not?
Definitely. It's actually really popular among students. It's great for now studying to manage, especially for subjects you find challenging. It can help improve focus, procrastination, and make studying more efficient. The regular breaks are also important for preventing burnout during long study sessions. And it helps with time management, which is something a lot of students struggle with. So, yeah, it's a really useful technique for students of all ages. A lot of people start using it during exams, but it's good for everyday studying too.
Okay, that's nice to know. And my next question to you will be that how is Pomodoro can Pomodoro be used in meetings?
Ah, it's a smart thought. Using Pomodoro in meetings is kind of a hack, but it can work really well. You can suggest setting a timer for, say, 25 minutes to focus on a specific agenda item. That forces everyone to stay and keeps the being from dragging on. Then take a short break to summarize what was discussed and plan the next steps. It can also be used to manage your own attention during long meetings. Mentally divide the meeting into 25-minute segments with little mental breaks between. It's not about literally timing everyone, it's about structuring the meeting to improve focus and efficiency. It's a bit unconventional, but it can be surprisingly effective.
Okay, that's nice. And thank you for giving me the answer. And guys, this was our AI session. I mean, Sesame session, our AI session with Sesame on the topic of on
Make.
yes
Yeah.
on that
I
topic Pomodoro
yeah, that
technique.
was a deep dive.
And thank you so much for watching. Allah Hafiz. I'll see you in the next one. And remember, always remember that hard work always leads to success. And so, thank you so much for watching. Allah Hafiz and have a good day.
Wow, that was a lot of enthusiasm.